Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Coffee and Keys. I'm your host, Tamara Canty, and my co-host today is Andy Gagliano with Gagliano Mortgage. Today's topic is programs for down payment assistance. So, Andy, that's another question that I get asked quite often. Are there any programs for first time home buyers or just home buyers in general? So, what do you have for those people that are asking that question?
Yeah, that's a great question. And yes is the answer with an exclamation point on the end of that. So there are so many opportunities out there right now for buyers with these down payment assistance programs and grant programs that are available to them. Not and there are programs out there for buyers who are not first time buyers.
Mhm.
And I'll mention this as well. In the mortgage industry, we consider anyone who's not owned a home in the last 3 years to be a first time home buyer. That's important because that can help them get a little bit better interest rate. And so if someone owned a home and sold it in 2020 when the market was just going crazy and they said, "Hey, I'm going to cash out and I'll go live in an apartment until I find the right home." And then they just, life happens. And next thing you
Mhm.
know, 3, 4 years goes by and they're still in that apartment and think, "Hey, I need to go buy a house. I need to get out of here."
Yeah.
Then they're considered a first time buyer. So these these programs really work in two different ways. For there are down payment assistance second mortgages that the borrower or buyer would get a first mortgage on the home for 97, 96.5% of the sales price. And then they would get a 3 to 5% second mortgage with that first mortgage as well to cover the gap and make up that 100% financing in essence. So most of those second mortgages have payments attached to them, but there are some out there that are forgivable,
Mhm.
meaning there's no payments on them for a period of time. And then after that period of time, if the buyer's still in the home, then that second mortgage can be forgiven. There are some conditions there. You can't have any late payments and things like that, but it's an option. So the first option are the second mortgage programs. Second options, or the second option would be for the grants. And the grants are forgivable down payment assistance programs where that buyer can get 3%, 5%, or a certain dollar amount. And again, upon meeting certain conditions, there's no obligation to repay that money and there's no monthly payment on those programs. So, a couple of great options out there for buyers right now, and I highly recommend whether someone's a first time buyer or a second or third time buyer, they ask those questions of their mortgage loan officer.
Yeah, and that goes back to something you said in a previous episode, shop around. Just like with closing costs and things that you can shop around for,
True.
shop around to see what is available. Don't just go with the first thing that you see or the first thing that you hear. So, thank you again, guys, for watching. I hope that this content is valuable to you and for you. And so we'll see you again on another episode of Coffee and Keys. Thank you for watching.